The hat's like it's like your cool factor. I put the hat on and I walk into rooms and it's just like, no one's messing with me, right?
About 2+ years ago, my wife came to me right before Christmas and she said, I'm getting you a Tatton Baird hat for Christmas.
Do a little different if that, I mean,
And it's like love at first sight. I mean, I freaking love this hat. So later that year, we decided to go fishing as a family. I'm paddling around, trying to fish, and the hat blows off my head into the water. I'm scrambling to get it, and I fall out of the kayak into this ice-filled 33-degree water. That's how I lost my hat.
Process we've taken it, we've got.
We went back up later,
the water, we have some engines.
Went snorkeling looking for the hat. I mean, I definitely was like, this is not going to work when we pulled out of the water. Like, this thing is destroyed. I never expected actually to be able to have the hat again.
So the next steps we'll take is we've pulled it down over a block. We're gonna pounce it again, reducing a little bit of the fur, but more importantly, get it to look smooth and finished like we want a hat to look. Restyle your crown and put some new millinery and finish on it and get you on the road again. So.
Okay.
I come from maybe a very craft-oriented family, both sides, men who worked in the same kind of profession and did the same things for many years. When I went with my grandfather to work with him, it was to go maintain bees, spin honey out of hives, bottle jars of honey. We were doing his craft. I went and apprenticed for a year, learned how to make hats, and that's where it started, and that was 17 years ago. As quick as we started using the hat as a must-have out in the wilderness, we dropped things around the campfire or on trail. It was the side of your hat that told a story about where you've been or what you've done. I don't want to pull back the curtain too much, but there's smells and there's textures and there's crazy stuff that are, unique to all of us. Some adjust their hat and they put a thumbprint in the top of their brim and it's there, that same spot, and then the greases build up and you can see that same spot. There's so much DNA in hat. There's so much DNA in hat. I mean, it's archaeology, it's paleontology, it's like the science of society. I don't think you get to creating more romantic and artistic things in your craft until you've mastered it. So you have to get to that point of the process and mastering it, which I'm telling you in hat making and other crafts takes many years. The reason we have an apprentice and a mentor is to keep those techniques or the secret sauce alive, and the relationship or the understanding of when to use that tool, like the things behind us. We have 2,000 of them here in the shop. When do we use that and for what reason? That isn't something you can just go to college and learn. You would go to college and then go do your apprenticeship and work for many years doing that. I just think it's a lifelong process. I mean, how many crafts can you fit in a lifetime? If we're talking about my grandfather, he fit in 2, and I really think that's a max. If you're really trying to become a master craftsman, then you're talking about 1 or 2 crafts at best over time. So yeah, it comes over time. You've got to slow things down and feel it, but it comes with practice. That's part of our craft for sure. When we make a hat and it has a story with it, that to me is the most beautiful portion of. That's like producing the art from an artist.
No, I think it fits.
What do you think of my hat, dude?
We now understand a little bit more of where our shoes come from and who's making them and why, because it's a cool story.